Good morning and a warm welcome to Billy's Travels on Facebook and on YouTube. We're in Scotland, part of our mini Scottish Tour 2026. We're at a campsite called Lauder, or Larder, just on our way to Falkirk, of course. This campsite is, we did want to stop at Jedburgh, but Jedburgh was full. It's north of Jedburgh on the A68. If I turn around, there's a campsite down there. I'll obviously have a walk around. It's just off the A68, which is up there beyond that house. You come to a roundabout, turn right at the roundabout, left, and then left again, and down to the site. We arrived yesterday afternoon, up from Darlington, of course, where we've been to Jane's. We had a night at Thirsk prior to that. Got rather wet cycling home from Wetherspoons. Had a bit of trouble with Billy on the way up. I put some clean air in to try and sort the EML out, and it started not liking it at all. It was like a shot of adrenaline to the motorhome, so the tick over went berserk, and then we stopped. Was going to stop for lunch and it wouldn't start again, so we kept going, topped the tank up with diesel and carried on. And now the pollen lights come on, so I've got that sort out today. Quite an easy fix. Anyway, enough about that, and onto the site. Caravan and Camping Club site. Yeah, I think we paid 23 £23 I think it was. On arrival, Steve comes out, the warden for yesterday. What a smashing chap, really is. Very helpful, very nice. Kind of, dare I say, not the normal Caravan and Camping Club type of warden. There he is going about his duties. A cracking chap, really is nice. Thank you very much, Steve, for all your help while we've been here. By normal, sometimes you get very starchy people on these Caravan and Camping Club sites, and the motorhome sites are the same, as you may well know. Quite a good site. We came here obviously to do our washing on the way to the Kelpies. We had a couple of weeks of washing. The washing's quite good, £4.50 for a tote and £2 for a dryer, and a lovely little site nestled here in Scotland. Water point here, Elsan point at the back there, and Billy's just round the corner here, over by the chalets. Outstanding. Yeah, it's a nice little stop. There's not a lot around here. You're a good 4 miles out of Lauder itself. There's not a lot around here, but of course we went shopping in Darlington before we came down here, so we was well prepared. Of course, we're going on to the Kelpies and then on to the Falkirk wheel from there on, and then, like we said, across to Caravan and Camping Club in Moffat eventually. So just a brief, there's a pond down here. I don't know if it's a fishing lake or just a pond of some sort, but a bit chilly as we come to Scotland. It's like 6 degrees this morning, but it was lovely last night. It was like 18-19 degrees. We sat out while the washing dried till the sun went behind the clouds and came in, and then we got packed up and watched a bit of TV and to bed early, of course. So we've got about, I would think, about 60 kilometres to run today up to the Kelpies, and having the night there, hopefully. Oh, somebody's got the breakfast going. A night over at the Kelpies, because you want to see the Kelpies in the dark, obviously. And then the Falkirk wheel, I think we'll actually go on the wheel, go on the little trip. I'm quite looking forward to those two bits. It's something I've wanted to do for a long while, but we'll see how today pans out. This pollen light that comes on Billy, you've got to rev it for about 15 miles or something like that, so we'll try and get that done. I've done it before. I'll try and get that done as we're going. It's obviously got some muck around in the engine. Of course, Jordan's decided that it wants now an EGR valve, some 1,500 quid, but they didn't have one in stock, so we thought carry on regardless. Godspeed, let's see, and then we'll book it, get back and book it in when they get the parts. and we'll go from there because they don't know what is from there on in. Anyway, I won't waffle on anymore. Just a quick do of Lauder Campsite Caravan and Camping Club. Very nice indeed. Right, we'll see you at the Kelpies. Bye for now. Good afternoon and welcome back to the channel. We've eventually got to Falkirk from Lauder this morning. It's now about, I don't know, 1:45. We're on Monday the 11th of, Monday the 11th of May, of course. I was a bit worried when we came up here about the procedure of the overnight parking, and I needn't have worried, really. You drive down towards the Kelpies, there's a lovely woman on the gate, takes you £6 for parking. We're actually not parked in the car park, we're parked in the coach park, which is the procedure. That's your £6 for the day. Then at 5:30, I assume the car park clears out and you move round into the main car park. You walk back to the shed, the night shift comes on, you see them and you pay your £15 there. So this is just like an introductory bit. It was a bit I was worried about. Shall we see if we can turn it round? It's turned round. Right, I'll just take you outside. We're just having a cup of tea before we start, so I'll just show you how it works, basically. Crossing, I can't remember where we've come from. Over in that direction, I think, is where we came in. We drove round to the red bus stops, round the turning circle. Let me just show you here at the end. There's the Kelpies, of course, up there. And there's a motorhome coming now. It's turning round. There's a coach park here. It turns round at any park along here during the day, I assume. And he'll pull up nicely behind us, right? And then on the night, I assume, you park over here. You see the motorhomes at the back of the car park. So you wander over to the shed and you pay for your ticket and then come round into this car park. We're going to go find the Kelpies in a bit when we've had a cup of tea and see if we can find the restaurant if it's not too full. It's just one coach here at the moment. So yeah, and we'll catch you later. Bye now. Good afternoon and welcome back to the channel. We've had a short walk down from the car park down to the visitor centre where we had lunch earlier on today. It was alright. We had some haggis and chips. Outside we've got the small Kelpies there. That's of course the M9, and there we go. The Kelpies. They're huge. They really are. You probably see the people walking by them to gauge the size of them. There's an ice cream van and also a coffee place as well if you don't want to go in the visitor centre, and of course there's a souvenir shop, but I didn't see any models of the Kelpies or anything like that, which I thought would have been a good idea. There's mugs at £12 each, and of course coasters. They were about a tenner, I think, but quite a sight. It really is. I think you can go inside them. I think I read somewhere there was a tour to go inside one of them, which is the one on the left, I think. We could hear birds or something nesting in them. You can get right up to them, walk around them, both of them, but they're quite a sight, they really are. I hope this footage does justice to them, because they're well, come and see for yourself. Yeah, you've got to do it once in a while, and to see something like this. There is a walk around the parklands, the wetlands and all that. Diane went this afternoon. I was struggling with my knee, so Diane went for a walk herself round, and I promised her an ice cream. So what we'll do is we'll come back later on, obviously, when it's dark. It says on my phone that that's 9:15 sunset. So we'll pop back a bit later on and show you it all lit up. Bye for now. I found it. Good evening. We've walked back down. It's now 10 to 10 and it's still not dark. And it's still not dark in the Isle of Man neither. I don't know how impressive they'll look on the camera here. The red's about the most impressive, but I took a few stills as well. God knows what that was all about. So obviously you can hear the traffic from the motorway. There wasn't that many in the car park, probably a dozen motorhomes. It's quite a big car park, so there's plenty of room. There we go, look, you see the one on the right, it's just now the light's getting up to its neck. A guy that was taking photographs has just gone and it says they do look better on the postcards, which is maybe right. I don't think as you see in the background it's still quite light, but I suppose it will look better in the pitch black, but it's rather cold. The thing to do is really to come in March when the place opens, because of course it'll be darker earlier. You know me, I'm tucked up in bed usually by 9 o'clock, so it's a rare treat for me to be out. I say a treat, doing it for you. And what I'll do some shots as we go back, perhaps from a distance, and see how it looks. See that the red's quite impressive. But like I said before, come yourselves and have a look. They are good close up. Right, we've just started to walk back a bit now. It's getting a little bit darker now, but I don't think it's going to be real dark. It's quite a light night. I think that's about as good as it's going to get, really. Quite impressive. And as I say, I'm not sure how this is going to look. Might look better on. See, the red always looks. The red's about the best. I took a load of still photos and the red looks about the best, I think. The red and the green are more prominent, of course. Here comes the red look. See, that's... Well, that'll do. Bye for now.